Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Joni, and this is the Knitting Attorney Podcast, episode 3. Here I talk about what I'm knitting, yarn I've bought, all that typical knitting podcast stuff. So, grab a drink and let's chat. Today's drink for me is this 9-pin apple pie secco. It is cinnamony. So, I don't have any new finished objects to share today, but I do have this very seasonally appropriate hat. This is the Eek Hat by Wool and the Gang, and it's knit in their crazy sexy wool and with these little duplicate stitch eyes, and I thought it was just perfect for today. I have my spooky dark lipstick on because it's Halloween, and my spooky little hat, and a bag of candy sitting by the front door in case some kids come by asking for it. Hopefully not. We can pray, right? Yes. So, sadly I don't have any finished objects for you this week because it was just a really busy, rough week. One of those weeks, if you probably know what I mean. Lots of stuff to do for work, lots of things to deal with. So yeah, but I do have some whips. I'm going to update you on my whips. So, starting with, as usual, the kind of boring one that I have been knitting as long as I've had this podcast, which is 3 weeks now. This is the Harvest Tea by Ozetta. I can't tell if it's any visibly longer than it was last week, but I am just continuing to work this in stockinette in the round. This is, once again, Euro Yarns Belviso in the shade Miranda. Pretty green color, a cotton, linen, and nettle blend. Really pretty lightweight fabric. And yeah, I'm continuing to work on this until I separate for the armholes. So, yeah, not much to say about that one. Still going. So the next one that doesn't have a lot of progress is my Toto Sweater from Wool and the Gang, again, because I just really enjoy their kits. I find them adorable. So last time I updated, I think I had a couple fewer lace repeats done, and I have a few more. I'm hoping to spend maybe a little bit more time on this one this week because it's kind of like just not been my focus. I think maybe because I've been so tired that I haven't really wanted to do any thinking, and even though this lace pattern is quite simple and easy enough to memorize, it's just any sort of lace or thought to it just hasn't been my jam. I haven't been feeling it so much, so not a huge update on that. Similarly, I was working on my One Sweet Sweater. I did not do any work on that this week. Haven't touched it, so we can just leave that behind right now. So, the one project that I have been working on is my Field Day jacket, also by Ozetta. And that one I can proudly say I've actually made significant progress on. So last time I checked in, I hadn't gotten to the first buttonhole on the body yet, but I had started working on one of the sleeves. And I was doing it in that order because I was worried about running out of yarn, and I wanted to make sure I at least had the full-length sleeves, even if I had to shorten the body. That has become a little less relevant because I decided to order a 6th ball of this yarn because I really don't want to compromise and like make a really cropped thing when this needs to be long. But anyway, so since I last updated over this past week, I finished that first sleeve. And I think it looks really beautiful. It's pretty much just knit in the round stockinette, but just some regular decreases. And then this really nice, thick ribbed cuff, which something about that just screams cozy fall. I don't know why. I don't know why having like a longer section of ribbing at the end seems so fall to me, but it does, and I like it. I also completed that first buttonhole, which I had been talking about being intimidated by, and now I'm not going to bring it close to the camera because the stitches over there look a little bit messed up and weird, and you can see it when the buttons are on it covering that. But yeah, I did some work on the body. At this point, I'm pretty much like, this is the remainder of the ball of yarn that was already attached there, and I've just kind of skewered it on the needle and put this little protector on so that it doesn't get tangled up in other stuff. But in the meantime, I've decided to start the second sleeve, which I think I just started this yesterday, and I'm actually about maybe a third of the way through it. I have, I'm 4 or 5 more repeats with the decreases left, and then I just do the ribbing. So I think in total I have like 60 rows, 60 rounds, which I could probably get done in a couple of days. So I'm definitely hoping that by next week I'll at least have that second sleeve, and I'll just be exclusively working on the body. So I ordered more yarn for it because I just didn't feel like I was going to have enough, because this is what I have left over from the first sleeve. I started a new skein on the sleeve and ended up with this. And I know from what I was doing on the body that this might be enough to get like halfway to a buttonhole. Then I'll have another similar size once the second sleeve is done to get halfway to another buttonhole, and there's 4 buttonholes and then a number of rows of ribbing after. And when this is all said and done, I only have 1 skein left, and I'm not sure if that's going to give me enough length in the body. So I ordered a second one. It's on its way. I'm not sure when it's supposed to arrive, but it's been shipped. And again, this yarn is from Prado de Lana. It's a sheep farm in Massachusetts, and it is their worsted weight in Hermanitas, which is from 3 sheep, 2 of whom I got to meet at Woolen Folk, and they were cute and friendly and adorable. So yeah, no, I'm excited about this. This is, I think, going pretty well. I can't wait to wear it. I can't wait to seam up this back of the neckband, because I feel like once I do that, I'll get a nice vision of how this is actually going to look, because right now on the needles it does look a bit messy. No offense to the pattern or the designer, that's just how knitting tends to work up in my experience. So yeah, those were my whips. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of time to knit, so didn't really make a lot of progress. So yarn acquisitions, I have 3, sort of. All of them are from Knit Crate, which I think in my last episode I kind of briefly said that I had some issues with them and I was waiting on some yarn, and that's all finally settled. So I might make a video at some point just kind of detailing my thoughts on the company, but I will say their product is amazing. It's great. But yeah, I have my misgivings. So The first thing I got is yarn that I've actually already showed. It is this Ardeen Wool's Chill in the shade Let's Get Crazy. And I had 8 skeins of it, but this one was missing. I had ordered a 5-pack and they only sent me 4. So they did finally send me the last one. And along with that, they sent me my August crate, which I got a shipping notification for, but it just never sent. And so here it is finally, 2-3 months later. Can't do math. That's why I'm a lawyer. So this is the Ardeen Wool's Mellow. This is a shade Cordial. It's a bulky weight yarn, a blend of 80% alpaca and 20% tencel. And it is this very pretty dark blue color. It is very, very soft. I have some plans for this. Not sure exactly what I'm going to choose. I have a couple ideas. But yeah, I mean, no complaints about the yarn. It's pretty. I would have liked to have received it sort of in the general time frame when I was supposed to. And I also would have liked to have not waited a month after I was in touch with customer service and they said they would send it out next week. But it's here now. So yes, my last yarn acquisition is also from Knit Crate, and I actually ordered this even with the issues going on because I had a $25 voucher and I knew I wanted to use it and not just give it up because I got those $25 from the money I spent with them. So I ordered something that would kind of come as close as possible, and so I ended up getting these 2 skeins of yarn. And this is the Vitalana Delight Sock. This is the shade Tombstone. I think this would have been their September or October colors. It's kind of Halloween themed, so perfectly appropriate for today. And I was actually surprised by the color when it came, because in the photos on the website it looked like a kind of gray with a very slight green undertone, but this is straight up green. This is just a green. I'm not really complaining. It's pretty much your standard sock yarn. It's 80% superwash wool, 20% nylon, fingering weight, and I mean, it's pretty. I'm not gonna make socks out of it. I don't do that. Not a sock knitter, but I'll probably make something cute. Maybe like a top, or I was looking at some of like the Jessie made designs. She has a lot of like cute little shorts and tops with fingering weight, and I think that would be kind of adorable. Like a little pajama set. I don't know. Let me know. I've got 804 yards total. I'm typically like between an extra small and small. If anyone knows if any of her sets, which one they'd recommend that might work with the yardage, drop a comment down below, because I think that would be pretty damn cute. So yeah, that's actually all the knitting for today. Again, I had a pretty busy, pretty rough week. I did do something that deserves a little bit of a life update. In case you hadn't noticed, my hair has some short pieces in here. I hadn't got my hair cut in over a year, actually, with COVID and all that. So it was getting really heavy. I have a lot of hair on my head. And one night this week, it was Friday, I think, I just got so sick of it and I was like, I can't even do another hour with all this weight on my hair. So I vaguely followed some DIY TikTok-esque tutorials, put a couple of ponytails on top of my head and just went snip snip. And this is the result. It's honestly, it feels like such a relief to have all that weight off. I had a huge pile of hair that I took out, and as you can see, I still have quite a lot. But yeah, so I already have an appointment with a hairdresser to get it cleaned up and made a little bit nicer in a couple of weeks, so hopefully you won't be seeing my crappy DIY cut for too many episodes. But yes, that was something exciting for me, and I may have been asked by some people close to me if I was having any sort of crisis, and the answer is no, I'm fine. I just was sick of my head being heavy. So, other life updates. I think this week I really need to, in addition to working on some of my other whips, I think I need to really start buckling down and studying, because next year I am planning to take the SQE, which is the Solicitor's Qualifying Exam, so that I can qualify as a solicitor in England and Wales, because I am a qualified attorney here in New York, so that means I can sit the exam and not have to do, law school and the whole thing over there, and I could be dual qualified, and that would be cool and good for job prospects, perhaps. So I have this book that was a lovely gift given to me while in Liverpool, and it is learning legal rules, and I need to just dig into this. Yeah. So there's my goal. I'm putting this on the internet so that I can be held accountable. So if I come on next week and say I haven't done any studying, then I want you to all leave me nasty hate comments. Please and thank you. Anyway, short episode, but I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got some knitting done while watching. Anyway, remember to subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, follow me on social media, blah, blah, blah. Like, comment. Did I say that already? Okay, bye-bye.